Hello everyone. Today I'm here to talk about our favorite dosing unit, and it is the Chihiros dosing pump, and we're going to go through all the accessories that are available for it, and I'm going to walk you through about the whole setup process, and we're going to talk about all the stuff it knows how to do for you. So, first of all, what is a dosing pump? Well, in a planted aquarium, we dose fertilizers basically every day. And if you are the kind of person who tends to forget stuff, it's a good idea to get a dosing unit. Or if you travel a lot and you're not around at home every single day to do the fertilizer dosing, again, an automated system like this is very helpful. The Chihiros one is one of the smallest units available, so it doesn't take up much space in your cabinet. You can put it on a shelf like this. You can actually drill it in your cabinet on the wall. It works both ways. Now, the unit itself comes in a 4-head version and also a 2-head version. So depending on the needs of your aquarium, you can choose either of these. There are quite a few accessories available for this. For example, the dosing containers, the tube holding kit, which comes with 10 meters of hose, which you can obviously cut to size as you need, and 2 of the actual holders that come on the side of the tank. I don't know, in case you break one or you put it in the wrong place and you want to reposition it, and 4 of these line holders or hose holders that you can make sure that the lines are running straight and they don't get tangled up in your cabinet or on the side of the aquarium. And of course, a bunch of 2-sided tape to actually put these on the tank. And the last one of the accessories available is this holder for the containers, which you can drill on the side of your cabinet. So all this doesn't need their own shelves. You can position it wherever you want in the cabinet itself. So, what does it do? Obviously, you're gonna need your phone. You open your Chihiros app, the same one that you probably have for your lights, maybe your CO2 system, because everything goes through the same app. And then we're gonna look for a new device. We're quite close, so yeah, I can give it a name. Dosing pump is fine, and I can add it to one of my aquariums. I made one called Chihiros Doser just for the sake of this video, and now it's added. So the actual setup of the device, you can see all the channels. Obviously we're using the 4-head one, so I have 4 channels and it's all factory reset, so there's nothing set on it yet. And let's go with channel 1. Now it goes from left to right for you. So this is channel 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's always the left side that goes into the container, and the right side hose is what goes into the aquarium. So I can go into the setup in 2 ways. I can actually click channel 1, or I can use the drawing on the top and choose channel 1 there, doesn't matter, and it automatically gets into calibration mode, because you can't use any of the dosing pumps without calibration. Now, a lot of people ask, why doesn't it come pre-calibrated? Well, every tank is different, every cabinet is different, the length of these hoses are whatever you made them, and obviously the dosage itself depends on that. Now, this little fella is included in the packaging as well, and this is what's going to help me calibrate. So, step 1 is into the name of supplements. So let's say we're gonna dose green aqua micro fertilizer with channel 1. And then step 2 is priming the hose. So obviously there's no water inside yet. Well, this is water for the sake of the video, but it would be fertilizer. So long press for priming. I need to press it up to the point that I'm gonna see water coming out here. So yep, now this channel is primed. It's very important that for the calibration itself, use the fertilizer that you actually gonna dose with the unit. Water and fertilizers don't have the same density and viscosity, so it's very important that you use the actual stuff you're going to dose to get around issues with calibration. So now that it's primed, step 3 is put the measuring cylinder at outlet of tube and press start calibration dose. This will dose between 2 and 4 milliliters and will take up to 5 seconds. So I'm going to put it underneath and start calibration. Now I need to put this on the desk and I need to look at the measuring on the side and tell the Chihiros app how much it is. This is 3 milliliters exactly. Next step, I need to empty this. I need to dry it out so there's no leftover water. So it's very important that this is dry, because if there is just 0.1 of a milliliter of stuff left in it, that's gonna cheat when you try to check if the calibration was okay. So now that it's completely dry, I put it back in place, and now it says dose 4 milliliters. So this is a check of the calibration, and I take it out and it's exactly 4 milliliters. So yes, continue. So now that it's calibrated, we can actually set it up. On the top, activate schedule. Yes, obviously what we're setting up, we want to activate it. Daily dose in milliliters. So I'm going to say we stick with green aqua micro macro. Let's say that this is a 60-liter aquarium. So that means I'm going to need 3 milliliters of each every day. And then there's the dosing schedule. And this is where you get lots and lots of options. So the top one is single, which means dose 1 time a day. Let's say 10 a.m., 3 milliliters. That's it. Or the next option would be 24 hourly. Now this means I'm going to say that I want it to be dosed at quarter of each hour. So now the daily dose is 3 milliliters, and the unit is going to divide that into 24 small portions, and it's going to dose at the quarter of every hour. The third option is custom periods, where you can say that you want it divided in 3 doses between, for example, 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. That's an option as well. And you can actually add multiple periods. So you can say that some of the fertilizer goes in between 10 and 11, some of it goes in between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And then there's the option for timer, which says you want to add 10 o'clock 1 milliliter, and then you want to add at 2 p.m. 5 milliliters. So then it's a 6 milliliter total per day. You can choose any of this, and then there is recurrence. So it's set to every day at factory mode, and most of the fertilization goes every day, so that's perfectly fine. But if you don't want that, you can say that, okay, I want to fertilize every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, for example. Now there is quite a few other options here. Obviously it says when it was last calibrated, so from time to time it's worth doing a new calibration. Every 2-3-4 months, it's worth doing it again. Or maybe once every time you fill up the container with new fertilizers, it's not that much of a job to do, and your system is going to be much more accurate. So next option is missed dose compensation. Now for this, it's very important that you can actually install a battery inside. On the back there is a hole where you just put in normal flat battery, and in this case the system recognizes if it missed a dose. So for example, your dosage is set up to 10 a.m. but your power goes out 5 minutes before 10 and your dosing unit can't actually do the dosage. Now if there is a battery inside, it actually recognizes that it missed a dosage, and once power comes back on, it's going to actually do the daily dosage anyway. And the next one is the volume container. Now this comes in handy, so you don't need to check your containers all the time. These ones come in 450 milliliters, and I don't fill them up, so it's not completely accurate, to be honest. But let's say there is 450 inside. So Now the dosing unit knows how much it was when you started out. Obviously it knows how much it doses on its own, so it's going to keep track and it's going to let you know before the container goes empty. It's going to send you a notification and you can make sure to fill it up on time. There are some settings for the unit itself. Obviously the name, you can set a connection password, so you can make sure that no one else can connect and change the setup you have. This comes in handy, for example, in our gallery, where if we wouldn't have passwords, then anyone could connect to our units and they could change the fertilizer routine. But the most important is dosing delay. If you put this in, it automatically creates a half a minute delay in dosage. So you can set up all 4 of your fertilizers at 10 a.m. But if they would actually go at the same time, they would mix right as they touch the water. With the dosing delay, you can make sure that it doses the first channel, then leaves out half a minute, so the water flow actually washes the fertilizer into the aquarium, and then it doses channel 2, and so on and so on. After you set up your system, you can actually see it now on channel 1, that with the calibration I've done and the setup I have, it says that the 450 milliliters of liquid is going to be enough for 350 days. So you can even plan ahead before it lets you know that your fertilizer is running out. You can check it anytime you place your new order at the Green Aqua website. You can check if you need your next batch of fertilizers, or you can leave it for your next order. This is something that most people don't definitely need, but it's something that comes very, very handy in a lot of cases. And now it's affordable, because these stuff, all the dosing units, these used to come at a very high price, and they were only really part of the marine aquaristics hobby, and really for only people who travel a lot and just couldn't get around the issue of daily dosage. But now anyone can get this. If you are from Europe, you can get it from Green Aqua. Thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We're going to make sure to reply to them. And see you next time. Goodbye.